I'm pretty upset right now. Uh, I I wanted to share the footage I just watched. I sent it to my usual account. I have multiple accounts that I send different videos to that I want to respond to. This one though, I'm just gonna go off the dome and describe it as it leads into something more personal. This one I can't cope with. I can't swallow it down. It feels too heavy and it's disgusting. It's a grotesque feeling. No, I'm not. There's no tears here. It's just it's early. This is how I started my day. This is an area of which I just don't see how America can really can make peace with this type of tradition from a certain people. And I'm going to use a term that YouTube doesn't like, so I'm going to try to YouTube it up a little bit. Has anybody heard the term before? Honor unaliving. Please, I know you know the term unaliving. The act of removing someone's life, okay? So, the video I just watched from the Law and Crime Network was a father at his daughter's campus, her school, her high school. He went there and began punch laying hands on her and puts her in a chokehold that's so bad that she couldn't swallow for days. She lost consciousness multiple times. He was attempting to end her right there out of honor. Why? Because the 17-year-old girl, his daughter, did not want to get shipped off like some human trafficking plot to get married to some stranger in Iraq, and because she has an American boyfriend. This man was, hey Shamrock, this one's a doozy, and somehow I feel a bit more comfortable talking about this knowing that you're here. Because this broke my heart, I'm pissed off, and this reminds me of something that happened in my real life. So the father was trying to end his 17-year-old daughter's life right there, like boldly, under a tree in the high school campus, on the campus. And apparently, the mother was also trying to lay hands and help the father because some good Samaritans saw the father destroying his daughter, and she went and started to throw blows at her. And there's a little sister involved who apparently has a history of hitting the sister, the younger sister, with the broomstick. So they're all abusing her. They're all abusing this innocent 17-year-old girl because she is dating an American and because she is refusing to get married to a stranger in Iraq. All right, this is known as an honor killing. Okay, there's no muddying up the words here. So it was quite a melee. There was a bunch of people that had to jump on top of the father to get the father off of the poor girl, and it was even while they're trying to get him off, he is still just got her in a chokehold for dear life, or I should say, to take dear life, while the mother is grieving and also trying to do the same. And this is the consequences of the actions because the police are like, we can't really like just give her to some other family members. They're going to try to do the same thing. So you got this area of police, whichever part they represent, trying to figure out where to put her safely. And through the investigation, they figure out that the mother was involved because at first she was not arrested. The father was released on a $150,000 bond, and then guess what? He tries it again. He gets back a few days later after spending no time in jail. He tries it again, and now it's $1 million bond. So the mother and father are both in jail pending. I get not the investigation, but to see how much time they're actually going to spend for trying to take the life of their 17-year-old daughter. Okay, now, here's the real life bit that disturbs me. That I'll always remember. I once had a boss a long time ago when I worked for when I did shutters. When I did shutters in for a different job a lifetime ago in my 20s, and there was this girl that went to my boss's house. She was frantic. He had the dash cam. He had the doorbell footage. This girl was knocking and crying, and my old boss was like, "What the hell is going on?" My old boss, he's a true blue American, okay, Trump supporting, all that, and he usually doesn't open the door for strangers. But the situation being what it was, and this ties into my last story, he checks in on her, and she explains the whole thing, which is that her parents were trying to do the same thing. They were trying to attempt an honor unaliving, honor killing, and he used his finances. He personally took it upon himself to help her get away and out of the situation. And he showed me the letter that this girl wrote to him, thanking him for saving his life. For all the faults and problems I had with that man when we worked together, he did a good deed there. My question is, how does this integrate into American society? Okay, we all know the people I'm talking about. I work for people of this persuasion, and they don't partake in this crap. Their wives don't have to wear the headscarf. But this video I just saw that I'll play the next time I go live from the computer. I'm gonna play it. It's just I didn't want to go through all the ads popping up for something this serious. I say deport the parents because they're in custody. Deport them. I think that's enough to revoke a citizenship and deport. Don't you think? Trying to take the very life that you have given your own child. The girl is 17 and for all intents and purposes completely Americanized. Completely Americanized, has an American boyfriend, and that is the big no-no. That was the straw that broke the camel's back, and the man was so furious. He thought he was going to get this accomplished, get away with it on the campus of an American school. Like I'm completely outraged. This footage was released just 21 hours ago on the Law and Crime Network. If you want to go and find it, what's up, C-Fals? It's good to see you here, man. I'm beside myself, and it makes me wonder. Like, I know of two occasions where this happens in the United States. How many times is this happening? And when can we get into legislation where when we find poor children that are in a situation like this where they can't even trust their own family, can we get something written in where okay, you get to take the children away because they don't want to be there. They like their lives. They like breathing and being alive in general. Deport the family that just can't get this part of their religion, tradition out of them. I don't want to broad stroke and say it's all. I never want to say it's all of any people. I'm not being politically correct. I know this for a fact because of the family I work for. But this is too much, man. It's too much. There's no there's no way to make it okay for any parent to take the life of their child just because of the choices they're making is too American or not in alignment with their own culture. You're in our house now, okay? And shit like this is not going to fly. Whatever dystopian world you have where you get to do this so that you get to save face is a long gone. You need to go wherever it is that this is something somewhere that is celebrated and made to be normalized, and just stay there and never bring that to our house here, our country. These kids are totally helpless under these circumstances, and there is no, like, I'm sick to my stomach, man. I don't want to eat right now. I'm very disturbed at the footage I just saw. I don't even know if I want to share it, but it's not so graphic that I can't. Thank goodness for the Good Samaritans, the American people that saw what was happening. They saw the father, the daughter's face was in the dirt, and he is on top of her, and he is choke holding her until she was gonna go bye-bye. She lost consciousness multiple times, and he couldn't stop himself, even after he was uh, bonded out of $150,000. only to try again. And it's going to be his life's mission, because that's how these things go, to do so. So thank goodness now, just like the last live I did where I did share footage, just like that combat veteran who didn't hurt anybody, he was given $1 million bond. Think about that. So we have somebody trying an actual unaliving crime on video because the younger sister was filming this. For what reason? The younger sister was filming her younger sister being attacked until she was going to lose her life. For what? Were they going to send it through the channels of the family and be like, "Look, our honor is restored"? I don't get it, man. I don't understand that mentality. Indoctrination is a real thing. This is why I'm very nervous about religion and talking about it, because I have very strong opinions, even of, some areas of Christianity and whatnot. But this one I've never really swayed on, and I had a dark period in my life where I went a little too heavy on this culture, and even when I was the progressive and progressive patriot, now I'm just a registered Democrat that votes Republican all across the way. I really want to remove that aspect, or no, I don't. I still stand for healthcare and doing things a little better, but that's as far as it goes. Everything else is bass backwards. But about the point I was making, a combat veteran of 16 years, he saw 9/11 as a child in the fifth grade. He joined up. He did multiple tours. He was ordered to unalive kids, and he refused those orders 4 times. Then he goes on Twitch and starts talking about, doing terrible, terrible things, commits no crime. He's given $1 million bond. And so too was a man that literally tried to commit the very acts that combat veteran who needed help more than anything else, that was arrested, and give it $1 million bond that no one's going to get him out, and he can't even afford it. He was homeless. 16 years he gave for this country. $1 million bond, locked up in a prison. Throw away the key. And now both parents, I don't care what happens to the older sister, she was showing the actual footage to the police officers and was wondering, why are you sending my dad to jail? Man. So when do we approach this on a legislative level? That's all I have to ask, I suppose. How is this addressed legislatively, or is it just not happening in mass enough for it to be mentioned in the House, or does it get swept under the rug, or is it just done so privately? Is this the kind of thing that happens that we really don't know what the numbers are? I'm not going to blow this up into some sort of mass conspiracy, but what we know for a fact is there's some cold-blooded motherfuckers out there, and they're willing to take their own children's lives for the sake of honor. And that honor is just a code word for being too American in America. All right. Well, okay, this is what I wanted to rant about. Law and Crime Network video was dropped 21 hours ago. I'll share it, or I'll put a link on my community post. I don't have the stomach to watch it again. It infuriated me. Not a good way to start the day. I'll have some coffee and then some water to calm myself down. I don't know. Probably going to screw my stomach up. Then I'm going to go to work, and I'm going to try and forget this. But this is going to go steamroll in my head probably throughout the day and night until I want to talk about this some more. I'm going to talk to the family I work with because they're of the very culture we're talking about, and they do not practice this crap, and I want to ask them their opinion. Maybe if I can get them on record. People take religion. What's up, Beachside? Yeah, man. Beachside. Yes, oh, it's good to see you, bro. You just missed the whole diatribe, man. I'll give a final summation. I stumbled upon a video of a Muslim family, and the father was trying to end the life of his youngest daughter because she's too American on a high school campus. And it made me sick. And I also happen to know of in my real life occasion where somebody, another child, a girl, reached out to my boss for help because her parents were stalking her and trying to find her and end her life as well. But he stepped in and was able to literally save her and get her out of the state. Good on my old boss for that one. But the rant's over, man. I'm sick to my stomach. All I look for when I do these lives these days, it's not clout, it's not money. I'm no e-beggar. I'm no local live crap. Engagement in the comments. If feel free, please, to leave a comment. That's all I ask for. And if you felt that this rant hit somewhere in the heart, hit a thumbs up. Why not? Otherwise, great. Otherwise, it's okay. But have a lovely day and embrace everything that you can about this country. I do feel that things are getting better, even though it's rough right now. I think we're playing a long game kind of a thing. I'm proud of what our president has accomplished, and I haven't said that in years and meant it. So, with that, I don't say this ever. This is not usually within my character, but you know what? It's something I said every day in New York. We had 3 Pledge of Allegiances, 2 songs, and 1 Pledge of Allegiance every morning when I lived in New York. So God bless America. That's it. Okay. Whew. Much love. I didn't mean to go cringe. I just don't usually say that. But yes, I do mean that. Bless America. Bless America.